Hello, hello. Welcome to 11th Hour Shamans podcast. I'm really glad you're here today because I've got a feeling that maybe something in you needs to hear this today because I really need to share it. I've created a 9-part series all about Reiki angel healing, the spirit and science of all of this healing, and breaking it down into digestible parts. So, first, let's take a nice slow breath together. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale through your mouth with a sigh. Let the day fall away for just a few minutes while we share this time together. This time is for you and me, exploring the power that already lives inside your hands, my hands. Human beings were made for healing. Before we dive into all the mesmerizing science behind Reiki and hands-on healing, I want to start with something really personal. Because while I absolutely love science, and trust me, I get super excited about it and totally geek out on all of it, what hooked me on Reiki was not a study or a graph. What hooked me on energy healing was an experience. Years ago, like almost 20 years ago, my son was sick. He's my youngest. I sat behind him I'm sorry, beside him as he slept, feeling really concerned because he was cold and clammy and I didn't know why. So, true to form, I began to pray in my non denominational way and felt the idea to give him energy work. Keep in mind, at that point in my life, I had no official training and seriously lacked confidence in myself. But I knew 100% that spirit knew exactly what to do with any energy I might feel. So, with a prayer in my heart, I hovered my hands above his body and did a body scan, just feeling if I could feel anything. And I could feel something in my hands coming out of his body. It felt like a prickly energy, like kind of painful, like static electricity, kind of painful. I followed my instincts and placed my hands above where it hurt. I breathed calmly and prayed for help. I trusted that spirit knew what to do with this energy. Just because I don't know what to do doesn't mean spirit doesn't. So that's where my trust was. And then I felt my hands were guided. They were guided to brush this prickly energy away off his energy field, like clearing mist from the air in steady, sweeping motions. And the pain that I felt from him eased. The energy shifted, and most importantly, to my mommy relief, he wasn't cold and clammy anymore. He felt normal and healthy again. Now, I didn't have words for it yet, but I knew something real was happening. It wasn't just my imagination or coincidence. This was a deep spiritual connection. And this instinct to use our hands for healing isn't new. Every human does it. Stub your toe, bump your elbow, or scrape your knee. What's the first thing you do? Besides maybe a cuss word or two. You grab that spot, you hold it, and you breathe. This is automatic, it's built in. This is human nature. Our bodies know that hands soothe, comfort, and restore balance. We don't even think about it, we just do it. So when I eventually discovered Reiki, it felt like remembering something ancient, like the universe saying, yes, this is what I was born to do. It's exactly how I felt. Now, Reiki is not a religion, but for me, it is a spiritual practice. When I'm offering Reiki, it feels like divine love in motion, a current that doesn't come from me, but flows through me. And somehow that love always knows where to go and what to do. So even though my path began in faith and intuition, the science behind the work completely fascinates me. So let's begin to build the bridge between spirit and science because humans have always known that the hands carry healing power. We have evidence of healing energy reaching way back to ancient Egypt around 1550 BC. Some people say BCE. In a medical text called the Ebers Papyrus. The Egyptians wrote about laying on of hands healing to relieve pain and restore harmony. The Greeks also practiced healing touch, hands-on healing in their temples. And of course, many people remember Jesus performing hands-on healing and saying something to the tune of, "These things that I do, you can do and more." That's not just metaphor, not just metaphor. That's an invitation. Foreshadowing, that could be it too. Like he knows. Jump ahead to the 1500s and you'll meet Paracelsus, a physician who believed that an invisible magnetic life force filled all space. He said this subtle substance could radiate from a person like a luminous sphere and act at a distance to heal. 500 years ago, he already sensed what we now call the energy field or the biofield. Later, scientists gave it different names: the universal ether, the God particle, the Higgs field, the quantum field, all describing the same truth. Space isn't empty, it's alive. It's connective. It's the fabric that holds everything together. Paracelsus believed that when someone learned to work consciously with this field, healing could happen. Doesn't that sound a lot like Reiki, which translates to universal life force energy? So, of course, they sound a lot alike. Every culture around the world found its own language for this force. A couple of examples would be India using the word prana, China using the word chi. Our ancestors didn't need laboratories. They trusted what they could feel moving through their bodies. It wasn't the healing practices that were primitive. It was the technology that was. We simply didn't yet have the tools sensitive enough to measure what our ancestors already knew to be real. Now, as science evolves, research keeps confirming what healers have experienced all along. There's a real, very measurable energy that responds to our positive healing intentions and love. And we'll get into those studies and the mind-blowing results in the next episode. But before we part ways today, I want to share one more example of this healing energy work from someone I worked with years ago. This was a friend I met at the school where I actually learned Reiki. One night after class, something unexpected happened. She was at home at night. It was quite late. She was feeling scared and overwhelmed by a sudden health concern. She said she was freaked out, panicked, and pacing around in a state of shock. She hadn't called me, but her phone somehow called mine, even though the phone history didn't show that she'd called. We later called it a spirit dial because honestly, that's exactly what it was. I showed up at her door with herbs, salves, and no judgment, just compassion. She asked me for a Reiki healing session, so I gave her exactly that. During the session, she said she felt an indescribable energy that made her feel in her heart and body a sense of complete hope, love, and healing, an interconnectedness she'd never felt before. She said it felt to her as if the divine itself was healing her. She said it was the most amazing experience of energy and purity she had ever felt in her life. By the end of this session, she felt complete calm and peace. It was not about me doing anything to her. It was about inviting our angels, inviting the divine to help us and create the space for her body and spirit to remember how to heal with help that was seen and unseen. And that's really the heart of this work. Without knowing any science or how, it just works. But as I said, I'm a total geek. So in the next episode, I'll be sharing some of the awe inspiring, jaw dropping studies done on energy healing. You're gonna love it. For now, let's take a pause. Place your palms over your heart center, assuming you're not driving a car right now. Take a deep breath in, imagining your heart center as bright as the sun. As you exhale, imagine all that loving light and warmth flowing from your heart down your arms and through your palms, back into your heart center. Focusing on your heart again. One more time. Inhale deeply. Feel the sun in your chest. Exhale warmth through your palms. Can you feel that quiet pulsation? That's not nothing. That's life force. Take a breath and imagine all the healers through time doing exactly this. Ancient Egyptians, Greek priestesses, Paracelsus himself, maybe your own great grandmothers. Can you see them, hands glowing over the sick, trusting something unseen but deeply felt? You are a part of that lineage just as I am. Your body remembers this. You and I are quite literally wired for healing. The body knows how to heal. It just needs the right tools to get the job done. If you'd like to feel this energy in your own body, I'd love to gift you my Reiki Angel Healing audio. It's free. It's a peaceful, guided activation you can listen to anytime you need calm, comfort, or reconnection. So you can find the link below in the show notes. And if you're curious about how Reiki could support your health physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you can also schedule a free consultation to work with me. I would love to support you. That's all for today, my friend. Until next time, stay open-hearted, open-minded, but totally grounded. Keep that light shining. Next up is going to be the magnetic body. How modern science shows your energy field is more powerful than you have ever imagined. Prove it. Okay. Have a great one. Bye.